Alright everyone, welcome back. We are just gonna run a little errand. I figured I'd do a motovlog today. I needed to put gas in the Grom. I know a lot of people are gonna get on here and be like, oh, you don't have to do that. But ever since I've had it, I've always put two-stroke oil in it. And when I did my my change, you guys are actually going? Yeah, we are going. When I put the high compression piston in, I pulled the old piston out, and a lot of the Groms, you'll notice a lot of wear on the side of the piston, skirt wear and everything else from oil starvation. And I just kept looking at the little engine, and I was like, you know what? I used to do this with my RX-8. Let's add some smokeless two-stroke oil to it. The Grom doesn't have anything it's going to hurt downstream. What does it hurt? So I buy the $2 can that you add to a gallon to mix it like 50 to 1, just for a little peace of mind. So today we're gonna roll on down through and figured I'd just give some updates on some stuff. Because it's just been kind of a few video games, fishing stuff, a lot of stuff just kind of randomly going on with my personal channel here. And basically all it comes down to is I stay really busy. So that's the lack of stuff. The house cleanup still ain't going the way I want it to go. I got a ton of work to do there. Still, the truck is still sitting there waiting for me to get to it. Those are actually my two main goals this year, is house cleanup and getting that little Ranger running again. I kind of need my little truck. I got to figure that out. So we just keep working at it slowly but surely. As far as the house cleanup goes, yeah, I could pretty easily just go through and stick stuff in boxes and make it all go away, like hide stuff, and it would look a lot better. But then I got to go through all the boxes again later. So I have, it's going to take longer, but I am literally going through everything as I go. So every little thing in the house is getting gone through and getting a permanent home. I did chain maintenance yesterday and added the little brace bar for the handlebars here, and added a Coso performance air filter on the Grom. We'll take the long way home so I can go through some twisties. It seems to be running fine. I can't tell the difference between just the air filter swap. I'm sure if I put it on like a, what's it called, it would do it. Wave. There we go. But the Grom needed to be ridden some. It's good to get engines out, crank them up, get them started, get them rolling. It'll give me an excuse to play with the 360 camera. The reptile room. So what happened with the reptile cage? Well, the reptile cage is all put together. They were living in it for a little bit, just running an extension cord to keep things warm, but we dropped way down cold, so they are moved in. The birds are gone. It sucked. But some stuff happened. I ended up with only one bird, and with how I work, being gone 10 hours a day, I couldn't give the bird the attention it needed. One of my good friends came and got the bird, so that's it. The reptiles are back inside the house. They're in what used to be the giant, huge bird cage. Tons of work going on. As a matter of fact, when I get back to the house, this gets parked. All the helmet stuff will come off. I hop in the little Focus that I picked up for 500 bucks from a friend that I've been using for work because I crashed the Kia, did some damage to it. I gotta fix it still. But yesterday the Focus got vacuumed out, because guys, it gets filthy when you're living out of a car. So it got vacuumed out, like not a detail, just a quick vacuum to get crumbs and stuff out of it. Oil change, clean the throttle body because it was doing a weird thing where it was sticking, fixed a headlight that had blown, just simple maintenance stuff. So we're gonna take it, go do some grocery shopping. I need new clothes. These are my only pair of regular blue jeans now. So I'm gonna go get some khakis and stuff like that I can wear at work as well. And grab a couple of those, grab some food, back to the house, get everything unloaded, eat a little something, then, because I still haven't eaten today, then on the VMAX, riding out to a motorcycle thing that we're going to take care of. So that's what we're doing there. So it's going to be a busy day like always. I just don't ever get to stop. But we'll get it all cleaned up. Like I said, that's part of it, guys. Life can be busy, life can be hectic, life can be rough. The person that changes anything in your life is looking at you in a mirror. When you look in a mirror, it's you. You got to be the one that have the drive to do it. And this stuff may take me a while, but hey, man, that taking a while, you know, I'm fine with it as long as I make forward progress. I learned that a while back. A lot of people that know me can attest to this. I'm one of the people that absolutely 100% will never give up. If I go to do something, I will keep pounding at it, and it doesn't matter how hard it gets or how rough it gets. It is very hard for me to move on, to cut ties and leave. A lot of times I'll stick with something way longer than I should. There's been a few cars that by the time I got rid of them, like, yeah, they ran good, but I put way too much money in them that I didn't want to look at them anymore, but I fixed it. And that's not always good. Sometimes you got to know when to cut your losses, but I think it's better to be like I am than it is to be the other way, where you cut your losses way too quick. But yep, I don't know what else is going on in my life. Did a trip to Florida to surprise my mom. Got more fishing stuff. There's a fishing tournament coming up I want to try to do. I got to tie some flies for that. Other than that, it's just always the same. Keep going. Yeah. Like I said, we just need to get the Grom out. If you let a vehicle sit, the condensation in the air will get in the oil, and just that condensation can cause engine parts to rust up, especially if you don't keep them in like a climate-controlled building or whatever. That's one thing y'all get to see. The Ranger has sat for so long now that when I go to get it running again, it's going to be a neat little thing on how to get a vehicle running that's sat for a while. Fluid changes, etc., etc. Something that isn't straight. I am topped out. Full throttle. foot touching the ground when I'm going around the corners. And there's the stop sign. I'll get better at that one day. Yeah, I rolled that stop sign. Ooh, Camaro. So yeah, this is a back way home for me. Instead of just doing a quick choop, choop, this lets me run through those little turns real quick. I think next Saturday I'm going to try to go out and ride to Grom some more. I'm going to probably go out to Conway and go up and down the road there. I'm slowing down mostly because I don't want to chunk water all over the camera behind me. So if the fenders, you know, the rear fender gets pulled off of most of these real quick because it's just an ugly rear fender. A lot of stuff gets changed. The mirrors, the only reason why the mirrors are back on the bike is because a cop yelled at me. So now I can go, yeah, I got mirrors. They don't work worth a crap, but they're there. I know I could put the bar end mirrors on them. I hate the way the bar end mirrors. I never found a set of bar end mirrors that A, I liked the way they looked, and B, that worked. They were just always junked in my opinion. And then if you drop the bike, they break instantly. Just waved me around. So, I don't know if I've mentioned everything. So what's all done to the Grom, right? I may have mentioned it before. The Grom has a high compression piston, a camshaft, and a tune. It also has a Coso air intake now, this bar brace, which is there mostly to where if you drop it, like if you drop the bike or whatever, it keeps the bars from bending in. These bars are actually bent. You can actually see it right there. I got a set of stock bars I'm going to replace. I just threw this on here today. It's still running the stock V rubbers. Again, you just got to be aware that you can always find stickier stuff. It's got the get bent bar on the back. I modified the intake with a thicker, bigger throttle tube, which was just a radiator hose, I think off a minivan if memory serves. Cut open the tube, give it more airflow, and I cut open a front box and then use that Cosa air filter. It also has a sprocket. Now when I did get the bike tuned, I told him about the sprocket. I think he adjusted the throttle or the speedometer. He may not have, I don't know. It feels about right, but I'm not worried about it too much. So what's next? What's all getting done next for the Grom? Well, suspension will probably be next, and then I got to ride the newer Groms, and I really like the 5-speed transmission, even if it doesn't add any more top end gear. I think it utilizes the power much better than the 4-speed. And then I think I'm done with the Grom as far as stuff goes. It's kind of rough. I hit that part where it's like I would like to have more power out of the Grom. I would think I would ride it more if it had more power. But right now, it'll top out somewhere around 70 with the engine basically bouncing the rev limiter at top speed. So like, and then from here I kind of have to tuck if I want to go much faster. So really 57, 58, 60 on something similar to flat is topped out. See, and we're getting up there on the red line. So even if I put more power to it, I just get there quicker. So really the only option to me, I could gear it to do better, put a 5-speed in it, gear it, make more power, get there quicker, have a little more top speed. But if I wanted to do anything with it more, it's just time for the 300 swap. And because I want to eventually give this to my daughter, who is 11 now, kind of as her first vehicle, so she can have it when she comes down here, we can ride together and everything else. I think I'm going to just leave it alone. I think I'm going to do probably the 5-speed just so I can utilize the power better. And again, I don't know. She may, by the time she gets ready to drive, she may decide she doesn't want a motorcycle, and we'll go from there. But yeah, there's my little update on what's been going on in my life. I hope you guys are having a good time. As you can see, it's a mess here at the house. There's the little $500 Focus. There's the Ranger back there. The cover got destroyed in a pretty bad storm. We actually had tornadoes up here. I think it made news. There's the VMAX. Whoops, and I just stalled it. So we'll call that the end of it, guys. But yeah, as you can see, I still got a ton of work to do. So y'all have a wonderful one. Talk to y'all later.